Hi, welcome to another episode of The Art of Physics. You know, our producers spared no expense in getting us the finest technology. You may have seen other talk shows where the hosts are constantly taking pieces of paper and doing this kind of thing too. It's very distracting. So what our producer, in his infinite wisdom, said that we needed to do was to have a gadget. So we have a gadget here that helps us to do this kind of stuff. The gadget has a name. The name is IFFY. And so IFFY stands for feedback. That is intentional feedback, every kind of feedback for you instantaneously. That's him, IFFY. IFFY has revealed that there is a certain problem that we had in an earlier show. The feedback is essential. So here's what's happened. We had to go and find an expert to help us with fixing this thing, the problem that IFFY pointed out. So we have an expert in the studio, and we're going to get into the expert and see what we can do. Let's see if IFFY has anything else. IFFY, are you doing anything else for me now? Very unusual. I guess excuse me, I need to take this. Hello? Professor Einstein? Good heavens. I didn't know IFFY could do that. And what can I do for you, sir? You're concerned about the treatment you had on the earlier show. Yes, there was a problem. I was trying to find you out in the parking lot, and I couldn't find you at all. So I tried to give little tidbits of wisdom from you in succeeding programs. Is that sufficient for you? Yes, I can call you Albert. That would be fine. Call me Art then, okay? So I need to give those feedback things to you so that you know how this is going to go, okay? And I don't know how you got this number, but it's very inconvenient. So please wait a while before you call back, okay? But after a while, you can call back anytime and won't be a problem, okay? Albert, it's so nice talking to you, and I appreciate the conversation, and we'll do our best to keep your tidbits of wisdom flowing. Thank you very much. Excuse me, just a second. Blocking numbers, block. This number will never call again. There. I think that's going to be the end of Albert for a while. But in the meantime, we do have an expert here that's going to help us. Here's what the problem was that IFFY uncovered. The problem was that we had waves that we were talking about, and the waves weren't quite as clear as IFFY wanted them to be. So the net result is we need to do waves again, and we're going to do waves with a wave expert and a Slinky expert. So this demonstration, we hope, will be more visible than the last one. And so let's see if we can do this demonstration pretty quickly here. Hang on just a second, we need a little setup. Okay, we're back, and we have with us an expert, a Slinky expert. This is Matthew Frank.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Matthew is here because he knows Slinkies inside and out. And so what we're going to do with this Slinky particularly is we're going to try to demonstrate waves a little better than we did last time so that you can see various kinds of waves. So first of all, are we going to make, which one do you want to make first, transverse or longitudinal?
We'll make longitudinal.
Okay, longitudinal waves, here we come. Whoa, that's a transverse wave. He's kidding you.
We'll go transverse and then longitudinal.
Okay.
So transverse first.
Here we go, transverse. Do you see that? So what's happening here, whoa, that's quite a wave, isn't it? Can you see that? That's not bad, is it? Okay. So what happens here is that this transverse wave is one where the Slinky was like this, and the wave is going like this, right? Okay, good.
And then we'll go longitudinal next.
Yeah, longitudinal, that's a different way. See the difference? Because now this Slinky is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Big difference. Can you make a transverse wave that isn't up and down?
Yeah, I'll try and set one here.
Here we go. No, I'll make a transverse wave that goes sideways. That's it. Can you guys see that on TV? Looks all right? Okay. What Matthew just showed was something that's called polarization. because waves can be polarized in such a way that they're going this way, or anything in between. In fact, typically waves are randomly polarized. So, can you do a standing wave?
I don't know.
Want to try?
Sure.
Matthew's game for anything, isn't he? All right, give it a
Pull
shot.
which way? Pull which way?
You're gonna have to do the transverse, do it up and down because I think they can see it better, and see if you can make it so that it goes up and down in halves. Can you do that? Whoa, this is tough.
Okay.
There it is. You see it? Up and down in halves. The middle part is staying pretty much stationary. Now, so that's a standing wave of 2 nodes. So now, and of course there's nodes at the end as well. So there's 2 loops that are going up and down. Do you want to try 3?
Okay, we're gonna have to go quick.
This is way harder. Well, I think he's got it. Now, I'm not sure what the world's record is. It may be 4, it may be 7. Do you want to see how many you can do?
Wow. All right. Ready?
Sure. Whoa! That's terrific. Now, in fact, one of Matthew's claims to fame is he is a world's record holder. And we have something we'll show you soon about that. But we have one more thing to do with waves first. And then after we finish that, then we'll show you the record holder, Matthew Frank. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, now, here's what's going to happen next. See, why are waves important? What's the big deal with waves? Well, it turns out that sound acts like a longitudinal wave. So many of the little wave things we can demonstrate that are longitudinal really apply to sound. On the other hand, light acts like a transverse wave. And so the transverse wave of light means that light can be polarized. So light's polarization means that it can be going like this, or it can be going like that, or anything in between. So normally, as I suggested, light acts as if it's polarized in random directions. However, a very clever fellow, whose name was Edwin Land, who is of Polaroid camera fame and Polaroid sunglasses fame and so forth, invented something which takes advantage of this phenomenon. Namely, he has invented a plastic kind of a situation where long skinny molecules are put together in a thin film. And when light goes through there, it gets polarized selectively. That is, it is polarized one way, the kind that's polarized one way gets through, the kind that's polarized the other way doesn't. So now, let me show you how this works. Matthew, hold that paper up for just a minute, and we'll see if they can catch this. I have a green laser, which is very unusual. Borrowed it from OCC. Okay, the green laser. I'm shining the green laser through this polarizing filter. Do you see that it's, you still see the green laser, can't you? Okay, I'll get the filter out of the way. All that happens is the green laser is a little brighter. Okay, fine. Now suppose that in going through this polarizing filter, what the polarizing filter is doing is it's allowing light to go through this polarized this way. I have a second polarizing filter. Now I'm going to turn that one sideways and watch what happens. I'm going to put these two together in such a way that I'll shine the laser through the top one. You see it coming through the top one just fine. But now when I go through the ones where it's both filters, what do you see coming through? Nothing. The light is still there, but nothing comes through because the filters have fixed it so. First one takes out the light that's going this way. The second one takes out the light that's going that way. What's left? Nothing. So polarizing filters work to do all kinds of things. They can work in your sunglasses because typically what happens when you are outside and the sun is shining off horizontal surfaces, the light that comes off that horizontal surface tends to be polarized horizontally. If your glasses don't allow horizontal polarization, it cuts down the glare. That's what polarizing filters are all about. That's what polarizing sunglasses are all about. Oh, they've done all kinds of things with those. They go off into various three-dimensional movie glasses that you wear that have polarizing filters in them. It's all over the place. So polarizing filters are a direct result of waves and their polarization and being transverse as they are. Do they go this way or do they go that way? Makes all the difference in the world. Technology uses physics at every possible opportunity. Well, speaking of that, technology makes me think about people who are holders of records, world's records of technology or whatever. Matthew is the holder of a world's record. Now let's see, do we have anything that will show that? David, is there a video that we can show that indicates how Matthew used a Slinky to set a world's record? Oh, here it comes. There goes the Slinky. It's the same Slinky, actually. And you see what's happening here? The Slinky is going right down the steps. 20 steps. I don't know if you counted them, but if you watch very carefully, you can count those steps, and there's 20 of them. There's a little bit of a curve, too. There's a bystander. He's innocent. Most bystanders are innocent, aren't they?
Yes.
I think so. So there it is. It made 20 steps. Now, the reason this was significant, of course, is that 20 steps that seems like a pretty decent number, right? The world's record before Matthew did this was 13 steps. Matthew now holds the world's record. Now, of course, world's records are made to be broken, so I'm not sure if that will last forever, but however long it lasts, we'll know about it because it's on recordsteader.com. Okay, fair enough. There it goes again. Oh, I can't get enough of watching that darn thing. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
We had so much fun. Some of the same people in the audience, too. So there it was. Now, Matthew and I had another idea, too, that didn't work out quite as well, though.
No.
The other idea had to do with an escalator, because we thought maybe if we got a Slinky going on the escalator, let's say the escalator was going up and the Slinky was going down. Wouldn't it be nice maybe if they matched so that you could have the Slinky going down as fast as the escalator goes up? It might go on forever.
Right.
Maybe. Well, here's what happened when we tried it. There it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. The little Slinky that couldn't. He's going to try it again. Let's see if this is better. 1, 2, 3, 3. Hey, we're going the wrong way here. 4, then 3. Maybe another one. Let's see what this does. 2. Oh, no. Does that count? That's kind of weird. Well, you know, we gave it a shot. I'm not sure. I don't know if I told you this or not, but I actually found a Slinky online that's a little bit bigger than this Slinky. And so we may get a chance, you and me, if the conditions are all right, to go and try again with a bigger Slinky.
Might work.
It might. So you can't tell, but it could happen. So we'll just see how that goes. Of course, that has to do with your school, because you're going to be in school soon, right?
Yes, yeah. Go back in September.
Oh, boy. So where are you going to school?
I'm going to Bloomfield Hills High School.
Uh-huh.
I'll be at the 9th grade campus.
Which one is that?
It's at Hickory Grove. It's like a half-mile away from the Lazar campus.
Really? Is it on Hickory Grove?
It's where Hickory Grove Elementary used to be.
Oh, I see. And that's going to be the 9th grade campus?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So that's new?
Yeah, it started last year.
Oh, okay. So that'll be interesting to be in a new school. My gosh. Wow. So what do you think you're going to be taking there? What's going to be on your plate for studying, do you think?
Well, aside from core classes like math and English, I'm actually doing applied technology class. So that'll be interesting with new stuff like IFE.
Like IFE.
Like IFE.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how my science curriculum keeps going. I wonder if I'll ever use Slinkies.
Well, if you do, you can be showing them a few tricks, can't you?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll tell them I held a world record.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, it's still intact. I checked it earlier. It's still intact.
Good.
I'm not sure how long it'll be intact, but it is now.
Hopefully forever. Hopefully forever.
Yeah, you never know. So, well, besides Slinkies, that's obviously one of your hobbies. What other hobbies do you pursue? You just got back from camp, right?
Yeah, I got back. I was at camp for 5 weeks. I play soccer a lot in my free time. I play for a travel soccer team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I love hanging out with my brothers. They're a couple. One of them's a big science geek too.
I know.
He would love the Slinky.
Yeah, he would. You're right. Wow. So I guess there was something else. I found a graphic about a family pet. David, do you have that graphic to show Matthew with his family pet? Does that look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Tell us a little bit about your family pet whose name is Griffin.
He's a miniature golden retriever poodle mix.
Wow.
He's mostly golden retriever though. He's 20 pounds. He's really cute.
Oh, he's getting up to
really
20
lovely.
pounds.
Yeah.
Last time I saw him, he wasn't quite that big.
He's a sweetie pie. He
Ah,
loves
that's
people.
good.
Loves people.
Well-
He's a big family guy. He loves hanging out with us.
I can imagine why. Now, do you take him for walks? And,
Yeah. He loves playing around. He's a big chaser. I guess it goes with his retriever genetics. He loves when we throw balls for him and he runs back and grabs them.
I'll bet he would. Does he grab frisbees in the air?
Not yet.
Okay.
We've worked on him trying to catch balls in the air, but so far no frisbees.
You know, when I used to have a dog, I found that the training for catching balls in the air was really good when I used popcorn.
Really?
I would pitch popcorn into the air, and this dog would jump up and grab the popcorn. So eventually I figured that she had enough popcorn sense that she could finally get a ball. And I think it actually worked.
Really?
So I can recommend that
We'll
as
try
a
that.
possibility.
We'll try that.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, if you throw it in the right direction, one of your brothers might catch it in the air. So
True.
I got to be careful of that. Wow. So tell me, do you have any funny stories about camp that you'd like to reveal? I mean,
Funny
did anything
stories.
happen that...
Actually, I do have a Slinky story from camp.
Oh, jeepers, I didn't know that.
There's a long pathway at camp that's more of a, not a big incline, but if you get a Slinky just right and you give it a good push, it keeps going down and down and down and down and down. And that one didn't get 20 steps, but it would, the end of the steps leading to like a river type thing. So one day we lost our Slinky.
Oh,
Because
no.
it kept on going down the steps.
So it went down the step. Did the current carry it away?
We couldn't find it. So
Oh,
our Slinky
jeez.
was gone.
Gone. Vanished. Well, maybe it's still going, so maybe the world's record is even bigger than we realize.
Maybe.
Wow, wouldn't that be amazing?
It would be. That would be another endless Slinky going down.
Yeah, Endless Slinky. That sounds like a good name for a movie, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe in your creative writing, you can write an Endless Slinky story.
maybe.
Oh, you never know. Well, okay, Matthew, the other thing is that you heard me promise Einstein that I would reveal some of his wisdom and carry it out. And Einstein said something that I don't think really quite applies to you. Well, maybe part of it does. But I have to give you this Einstein quote. Albert Einstein says, here's what he says. He says, I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Now, I think that you're pretty curious. I mean, you like to know about a lot of stuff,
I do.
don't you? Because I can remember being around you when you would have a gadget in your hands with which you could look something up, and you were looking up stuff like crazy. So, and that will undoubtedly help you in the long term. Do you have any notion of where your long-term goals are, by the way? Educationally or whatever?
I don't know. I've always been really interested in how things work. So maybe that'll be something I end up studying through high school and maybe into college.
Yeah.
I love knowing things. I do. I hate thinking of something or thinking of a question and not having an answer.
Yeah. Well, maybe Albert Einstein was right then. You are passionately curious.
I am.
So, wow. Matthew, thanks an awful lot
Thank
for
you.
coming on the program. My
was
gosh,
great.
is this fun. That's our program for this time. And until next time, I'm Art Wiggins. I hope you enjoyed the program.